And so my life in the Congress became easier because I had a philosophical framework. Dr. Lewis Watts had given me preparation because being in the Congress at one point was a very lonely road. Remember, when I won...
Shoes of the fisherman again, huh?
Huh?
Shoes of the fisherman,
yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because when I won, remember, the word that went out across the country literally was, Afro-top, bell-bottom, radical black man wins election.
That was the attempt to discredit you.
Yeah. And when I won the primary, Vice President Spiro Agnew was vice president. And in a speech in Arkansas at a huge Republican fundraiser, Spiro Agnew, who had been going around the country attacking, quote, rad-lib senators, chose the moment to say, there's a young black man on his way to Washington from Berkeley, California, that I considered the most dangerous radical to be elected to Congress since Vito Marcantonio in the 1920s. That brought press from all over the world.
How did you handle that?
I get this phone call about 1 o'clock in the morning. I said, Ron, you won't believe this. Vice President Agnew just attacked you. Well, you know, you're running for Congress. I mean, Vice President, how the heck the Vice President know who I am? So, we're riding along. Said, man, wouldn't that be heavy if the Vice President attacked you? We used to laugh about it. Suddenly, here's the reality. I mean, I can't believe it. I said, what? They said, Vice President Agnew attacked you, man. He called you a dangerous radical. Called a press conference 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So about 10 or 15 minutes to 10, I'm standing across the street getting ready for the light to change to walk into the campaign office. Press from all over the world. I mean, double parked everywhere. They came from the Soviet Union, from China, from Europe, from Canada, everywhere. I mean, who is this guy that Vice President Agnew charged as the dangerous radical? So I'm standing there, and there's, out of the corner of my eye, from the right side, there's this elderly little white woman walking kind of slowly with the aid of a cane. And I looked over at her, and she looked at me, and she said, are you Ron Dellums? And I said, yes, ma'am. She said, well, I just walked 10 blocks to give you this. And she pulled out a check. It was like for $5 or $10. So I walked 10 blocks to give you this. Because if anybody that Agnew attacked, I got to support. And this little white woman and this tall, angular black guy, we both hugged on the street corner. It was a very powerful moment for me. And she turned around to walk slowly back home, and I crossed the street into my future. So I walked in the door. Another push.
Yes.
So I walk in the door, and the press everywhere like this. And my campaign manager goes, hey, man, here's your statement. I said, what statement? He said, man, we've been up all night writing this statement. And I said, why you stay up all night writing a statement? He said, man, this is the big time. You've been attacked by the Vice President of the United States. This is my first campaign. And I said, I'm not reading any statement. I don't have, boy, why do I need to hide behind a statement? Carefully written statement. He said, well, at least read what he said before you. He said, man, you sure you want to do this? I said, let's go. Start the press conference.